Check, check. Welcome in, team. Hope everybody's doing good. Appreciate you joining on time. One more server ping. No requests so far except one from Norvin, so put it in the chat as usual. Where's it at? Let me know if you're already in it or you're looking to be in it. That way, I can kind of help you on it. Yeah, put your request in if you want to swing trade or day trade on it, and we'll build a game plan for you. One more quick server ping. We'll get started, guys. Yeah, Josh, I'll do IWM for sure. It kind of just depends how many requests we get. I don't want to spend too much time, but definitely we can definitely use that as a request for sure. Tesla, yeah. All right, y'all. We got the usual 20, 22 people. That's usually my crew on Sundays. So with that, we'll get started, guys. If you guys are new, I'm one of the staff members here. Start with 1K. A little bit squirrely Christmas name going on, but that's how we roll here. But yeah, guys. As always, I like to start with kind of SPY and or QQQ, kind of show you guys a little bit of where we're at in the markets, where we might be going, stuff like that. Kind of some things to watch out for. Some key levels when we open at or around it, kind of give us our little bit of some sentiment going into Monday morning and the week as well. So with that, as of now, get to my drawing mode here. You can see we're gapping up just a bit here. So obviously this thick line is kind of what I prepared you guys for, or prepared you guys to watch and look out for. Basically, 683. I know it's not exactly 683 this line, but anything over that, I'm leaning for bounces. Anytime we're up over that 683, you can see that nice continuation to the upside. We push up. Maybe we get up to this upper red range resistance zone up here, or maybe we just push up a little bit. I'm never quite sure. Nobody knows, but that's what I would be watching for right there first and foremost. If we open right around that 683, again, if I were to zoom in here, we can see the price action, what it does, the reaction around that every single time. As of now, I'm on the 30-minute chart. You can see when we're over it, again, we get that nice continuation up. On the downside, when we fail to break back over, what do? We go and back test our recent downside levels inside this range. We're back in the range. I'm loving that. I know everybody wants a new all-time high. We did that a little bit after hours on Friday, but really never closed over anything substantial. So back in the range we go. And again, you guys, like I always say, never delete your levels. We have a very, very nice range to play off of and around here. If we're over 683, we can start to look for that 685 zone, 686. Anything under 683, look at these two lower green zones down here, your 681, 680, stuff like that. So any questions on SPY, how I would play that, how I would look for that? Those are day trades. Again, if you're a scalper, I always say if you enter calls at 683, I'm not saying, hey, hold for 685 for a first target. That's just an upper range expected move that I would look for in a single day. So hopefully that makes sense. But okay, I'm gonna get a couple requests jotted down here.
1K question about QQQ or SPY. Is it trading under the 200 EMA?
No, the 200, no, none of them. I know that for sure. 200, it's ugly right here. Sorry, guys, it's a daily chart. 200 is that yellow line way down here. So
Okay.
we're dancing around. The 9 is overhead, the purple, and the green below us is the 20.
Okay, thanks.
Yep. And you're up on that first request, brother. Just give me 1 second to write a couple of these down here. All right. IDM from Josh. Avenger, good to have you. Uber, yeah, let's take a look at that one. KO, yeah, we'll look at it. Might be crying this week if it breaks that level. All right, Oracle. Looking for a bounce on SPY. It's just a level to watch. Yeah, if we break and hold, going back to SPY really quick, just I'm reading the question in the chat here. Yeah, so if we hold, I just play retracements, meaning like kind of swing highs and swing lows in the market. And I just want to say, like, or try and teach you guys, like, so I color this green here just for so you can see anytime we break and hold over that 683, I always tell people, look for repeatable price action. We can see we break stuff over like that, we push up to here, we push up, we push up, we push up. We fail, what do? We see, it may seem like obvious, well, yeah, if we fail it, we go down, but it's just looking for these tops, top, up here, top side. Just look for those in the market on each and every trade you take, and that's the easiest way to find kind of, hey, where's the market maybe going to stop at on the way up, stuff like that. I don't use fibs too often, but definitely I bet if we drew a fib extension on this, on this trend up, all these back tests will be fib retracements very, very nicely. I just like to keep my chart as simple as I can, but good questions for sure. Good questions. All right, Norvin's up. I'm gonna do USB Norvin because what was the other one? Wells Fargo. That was an all-time high, and you know how I roll on all-time highs. I don't like doing that, so I want to show you something here on the daily, man. Not saying be super, super bearish, but not also saying don't chase longs up here. Look at this red zone up here, Norvin. Big spot up here. We're looking left all the way back November a year ago. We look back more, all this zone here. So it's been getting its ass kicked, fighting, fighting, fighting. November 2024, it tried to break through these bottoms down here. And it failed. And now present day, we're pushing that same zone again. So, you know, we can take calls on this, but just know the zone we're in, we got some stupid
Yeah,
candles here.
USB reminds me a lot of Citibank when I think it broke all-time highs.
Yeah. I don't know what's going on here. Oh, this is right down here. This stupid shit. Correct this bar. There we go. And this one. Give me 1 second, Norvin. There we go. There we go. Yeah. So again, for me, if I want to get long on this, it's plain and simple. I'm either looking for a good sizable dip to a big support level, or I'm looking to break last week's high. What was last week's high? Basically the top of this range, which is also the top of that red zone there. So a break and retest of 54, yeah, all day long, get long, stay long on it. But when I see didn't quite get here 1, 2, 3 days, essentially a triple top up here, man. I mean, you can get long like in here, but you're really only pushing for 40 cents, which is not a big deal for a day trade. But if you're looking for long-term swings or something like that, this is not going to be very rewarding if we start, double top and triple, quadruple topping up in here again, and then sell down. You don't want to see stuff like that. So for me, you didn't really say if you want to get bullish or bearish, just say look at, that's fine. I would look for a dip here, this 53.17. I charted this out a little bit early to save a little bit of time. Even this 52.6, I really like this level here just because we got that nice cluster and then breakout. So there's going to be some volume stacked there. So if we sell through this, maybe this holds, maybe not. We get back to the zone there. That's a very, very viable dip. And also our daily 9 moving average is going to be creeping up too. And so any just, I'm not going to say super weakness, but any retracement back in here, man, that's a super, super good dip to buy. Or if you're like, hey, the hell with it, we're failing to break out here 4 or 5 times, take your puts up here. It's a no-brainer short up here, and you look left and you just look for repeatable price action, stuff like this. So easily the downside could be target 1, 40 cents down from here, like I said, and then another 40 cents down as well to get this target down into here. Does that help you, man?
Yeah, thanks, okay.
Yep.
Gives me a bigger view and not just go blindly long, you know?
Yep, for sure, man. Good request though. Keep me updated in DMs if you take it, man. IWM for Josh. Let's do it, man. Haven't looked this in a while. Ooh, big pump. Well, pretty much everything, right? The big FOMC and then the sell-off, or that was FOMC, right? Okay.
I
So
mean, we kind of anticipated it and finally kind of put in a new all-time high. So I think it makes sense to come back and retest, the top levels you have marked up.
some recent, yeah. So got that red zone
What is
pump
that?
back here.
252.66. Yeah.
Yeah, someone get a couple lines up here and kind of, I'm gonna zoom out and
You can see, the SMA 9 is creeping up. I'm guessing the 20 is not far below it.
not far below that. Yeah. So
Kind of.
interesting here. Yeah, pushing up there, come to that zone there. So, all right. Yeah, what'd you say in chat? Are you just looking you like to day trade this one? I can't remember what you like on this one.
I've yet to master day trading on this one. I think I've sent you some DMs about it.
Oh
Took
yeah, for sure,
a
for sure.
few L's
Yeah.
on it.
I mean,
Uh,
go ahead.
but yeah, I mean, depending on the price action we see this week, maybe like a short-term swing or some good day trades.
Yeah, for sure, man. So if I were to just for speed of the class. Like
The
this is,
contracts are cheap on this too, so you can afford to, buy yourself some time and not get so risky.
yep, this is for sure. If we can be patient and we get this, I mean, who knows? It could happen in 30 minutes, it could happen in 3 days. But if we get a dip down into here, man, like to me, I love setups like this. It's a no-brainer. So we're playing the retracement, we're playing on the bounce to all these tops here. One, two, three, four, five, basically, and then it ripped through it. So if we can back test that, all we're looking for in this is just looking for this is a range for anybody that doesn't know what a range is. It's just basically a clear defined top and clear and defined bottoms down here. But if we can back test this range, like this would be a super 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 good setup. I like this a lot. I'm just saying that to you guys. The daily 9 would probably be stacked right there as well, maybe. So we got a retracement down, so it's going to take the average of that. So that daily 9 might dip down. I'm not sure yet how far, but yeah, if we could get this 252.66, I love that. And then clear these drawings for you. And you're taking an entry here for new traders on calls. You're looking for a bounce. If it doesn't work, I'm basically treating this green zone here as your stop loss. So you're basically looking for, I don't know, 20, 30 cents down against against the move. And it's basically saying, hey, if we sell through where all these candles are stopping and starting right here, that would probably mean what happens when they sell through. We look left, sell down, sell down, sell down, sell down, sell down. So meaning we take the entry here, I'm not holding my calls all the way down here, then going, okay, now I'm going to cut down here. No, we cut here, we sell through it, we get a retest that fails, and all we're doing is, again, we're back inside the range. You take your shorts on with your puts, and you get this price action all the way down. But man, if we can get a test in that 252,
And then yeah, by tomorrow, I mean, if we just hold this price it's at right now into the morning, the SMA 9 is going to creep up right into the same area. So
yep.
in terms of risk reward, it's pretty favorable setup.
Yeah, even if we just grab these dips from
Of course, we don't know what's going to happen yet, but
yeah, if we Friday's low here, we'll zoom out real quick. See how far I can zoom back and see. I want to see where it's kind of stopped on Friday, if it makes sense. Come on, get there. Sorry, guys, I'm just scrolling. That's all I do. I just scroll back. I go how far I got to go back to see, where something stopped. Ooh, that's ugly. There we go. Interesting. All right. Yeah, I mean, I guess it makes sense where it's stopping, right? But yeah, I'm looking here at that. I just like that green zone, man. That green shaded area. I keep coming back to that. So um, good setup for sure, man. We can definitely play this Friday's low bounce. That can be option number one. Or if they sell through a gap under, definitely wait for that. If you miss your puts, I mean, that's an awesome entry for a bounce call. Like that's something I would alert in my tab for sure. Or
yeah, I
play the
feel like it's a
bounce here.
little tight for puts, but yeah, I'm going to screenshot what you just drew.
Yeah.
Hey,
But yeah, I think also even potentially a swing entry because you have the same cut right
Yep.
under.
Yeah. Essentially, yeah. Because
You
yeah,
can take
you'll
both.
have your time. You can within reason, you can sit through a 15-minute that comes down and just see kind of where that 15 or 30-minute close. They may push it down, like we've seen price action, and you could get like,
Maybe a wick, like
yeah,
a
I don't have a
short
super good
wick.
example. I'm staring at my chart here, but yeah, you guys have been in my classes. Like they attempt to sell it down the 15-minute candle, but it closed like that. That could give you confidence to hold. But yeah, man, I'm gonna set some alerts on this one because I do like this one a lot, and we'll kind of see what we get this week. I'm gonna try and be patient for this one down here, but nice request, man. I'll
hey,
circle back
YK.
to a Tesla if we got time, but I just want to get everyone else's requests in as quick as we can.
Sure. Thank you.
Yep,
Oh, if you take it, definitely post it in your tab.
for sure, man. I'll give you credit. You guys know how I roll.
Oh, you don't have
I'm not
to.
gonna take something. No, man, that's good. That's what we want. We want you guys to see stuff and like have confidence in the stuff you see. That's why we do it, man.
Hey, YK.
What's up?
It's JT, man.
Oh, JT, you love IWM. What's up, brother?
This
Yeah,
guy's the
man.
IWM legend.
I won't. No, don't put that on me, man. But I did find last week
hmm
the 251.14 level was another sort of bounce level,
hmm
and I had my profit targets at 251.46, 252.24, and right in that zone that you
Mhm.
drew. And for the past week, they just kept hitting in both directions. So
It's money. I mean, yeah, man, like JT, like if you guys were short in the tops, like we say, like, a 20 cent range, like if a market's just moving like this, we don't want that. We hate that, even on SPY. But like when you see a clear and defined top like this, you guys, like this is a blessing. Like if you're an investor on IWM and you're like, damn it, I'm not making any money. But if you're a day trader, like short it, comes down, long it, short it, come down, long. Like just this is a blessing when you see stuff like this. CCL, we talked last couple weeks. It ranged like this for like 9 or 10 days, something like that. So find if you guys can find stuff like this, kind of like JT mentioned, long these bottoms every single time. Like you don't watch a move like this, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 rejections. We push up again and go, okay, I'm taking calls here. Where it's like, you look, it's like, well, why do we take calls where it's the easiest short ever day after day? So yeah, if we can get back in this range, that's nice too. But if we can even grab a bounce like the guys are saying right into here, that's very nice too, because we're basically playing the top side of this range is now our support zone. But yeah, super super nice setup, you guys. If anyone that wants to trade this name, it's a little slower than SPY and QQQ. Obviously, zero DTs are going to move on you, but this could be a good way to get your feet wet if you don't like trading, SPX, SPY, QQQ, Tesla, stuff like that. So nice request, you guys.
Yeah, also much cheaper contracts, I have to mention. So if you want to buy some time or closer to the money,
For sure,
much
man.
more freedom.
Avenger, you're up, brother. Uber. I think we're talking DMs. I got some news, regulatory news, I think in the EU or something. But in hindsight, that dip on Thursday was nice. That breakout retest down here. I need to get a couple more levels here on this one because I know I do like to trade. Just haven't traded in a while, so I got a little bit lazy. But let me see what I can get going here quickly. So I do see the bottom side of this wick here lines up nice to the top side of that. And I'm looking left here or to the right, present day here, kind of stopped there. And then got a little bit of a battle there. And so, again, I like lowest risk, highest reward setups. We can definitely get kind of a middle of a range here going. Let's zoom, scroll left, see how those lines are looking. How far do I gotta go back? Let's try the 4-hour chart, see what that looks like here. 1 second. Where are we at? There we are. All right, so we're coming back to that green zone. This is August of this year. November. I think that's really all the price action we need is November from this year. So I'm on the 4-hour chart. Short term, I would treat this 85.47 as our top for sure, just based on even a smaller time frame here. Let's go to one. Let's go 30-minute. So even just the price action we got from last week, I would definitely use that. We have a little bit of a trend line probably forming down here. So not a spot here I'd be overly bearish. This can go a couple ways. I see a couple things here. I would treat this as my top until we break and hold that because we can see we closed there, kind of messed it on Friday, sold down, tried to buy it back up, kind of got some candle closes over it, but really never closed over the daily. So that kind of tells me there's still a lot of sellers parked there or just some weak, not aggressive buyers. And so first plan for me is just I would look to repeat this price action from Friday. So meaning if you can buy a dip into here, this trend line, let me get caught up on the chat, please. Right there, cool. Get caught up on this, excuse me, catch this trend line and this bounce here. So you're basically looking for a double bottom from Friday. Also showing that this is holding here and that price action that did fail. So that's what I do. If we catch a call bounce here, your stop for me is under Friday's low. I'm not taking calls waiting for this to hit unless it was like some, I don't know, February contracts, late January. And you can hold through basically a 75-cent move against you, then you can take an average down here. But anything short term, your entries here, your stop is under Friday's low. If they break through Friday's low, what is probably going to happen? We're probably going to go down to this zone here. So that's kind of the spot to watch. If we gap under, take your puts with caution, because we see this price action here that can move very, very fast on us. Long wicks, top and bottom side. But this 84 to 84.16, if we get another test in there, definitely a buy zone, or range break from Friday, or excuse me, last week, kind of a break retest situation, top this range here. Basically, I want to clear Friday's high before I try and get long up to here, because it's kind of a no zone right into here for me, for sure. Hopefully that helps you, brother. Still see you're in here. I don't see any comments from you. So yeah, but definitely day tradable. Swings, buy some time for sure. Buy some time. Tricky zone. It's not a horrible zone, but not my favorite. We break this top range. What do we have overhead? 3 moving averages just stacked, going to be working against you. So if we get that breakout move, be mindful of that for sure. All right. KO. Delete some of this junk from Friday, teaching you guys a little bit. KO, it's clear as day. There's a couple people message me. If you do still have runners, the spreads will be very wide. They'll be gapped at the open. So have a little patience. At least wait for a 5 or 10 minutes to close, and then the spreads will get really tight again. Not really tight, but $3, $4, $5. But at the open, if we break out here and you're looking to sell, another runner, maybe it's like over Thursday's high. Do not mark it out. Just check that mid price. It's the mid or the mark, they usually call it, and try and do like a -1 on that, because it could very well be. I was watching price action here on Friday, and spreads at the very open were like $80, like 80 cents. So that's a lot. You don't want to mark it out of that, even if you're up big. So KO, it's very, very obvious. You guys know if you know my trading style, if I want to get long on this name, we know what we have to break. You can't pay me. You can't even loan me money to take calls at 70.55 when I see price action like this. Same thing. What were we talking about? IWM, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 days failing. But a breakout retest or breakout, you missed that retest, or maybe you're not liking it just because these little topside wicks here, little continuation, and then you catch that leg up, definitely get long for the next zone to take out. 71.17 doesn't mean we'll get there in a day, but we clear this top here, and then what do? We start looking left to just recent price action. I'm not playing the break of 70.55 and saying, hey, 75 way up here is my target. No, you look at recent price action. This would be from probably 2 weeks ago. Nice consolidation range in here, basically that 70.9 into 71 flat zone, and then catch the upper range there. But again, if this fails here, I'm not surprised at all, because we've seen the price action when it fails, it sells very, very hard. So you guys that do have runners, play smart. I know they closed up like, I don't know what it was. Someone can tell me 120, 130%. I was out here at the 70.35. I'm not in it, but whatever. Maybe it goes more. That's fine. I'll cry about it. But we got the move. I mean, we entered, we saw like basically no, I mean, it went red. We entered at 0.41. I think the lowest I've seen was 0.38. We entered down here as a swing trade. It bounced where we wanted. It paid right away. You can't complain with that. Can't agree with that. So take the money, free up the money, move on. But if you have a runner, awesome. Get this 70.55 break for sure, man. Hopefully that helps you. If not, unmute and we can talk it over.
Props for that trade, 1K. I think it was beautiful.
Yeah, dude. It's I mean, I'm not gonna toot my own horn. It's nice when it works. Like I said, it could have sold on us. It could have consolidated here for 3, 4, 5 days. People just, are you still in it? Are you still in it? Yes, it didn't break the zone. But when it pays, it's nice, man. But I didn't know it was going to bounce, but thankfully it did, because the people that took it, we got paid, But all it was, you guys, this thin green zone here, if we go to a 4-hour chart, I think is what I posted. That's all I was playing, you guys. It's just larger time frame confirmation, repeatable price action. I see it come down into here. I see last time we come down to here, what did we do? We bounced. When we come out in here, we bounced. If we sell through it, we sell hard. We sell hard. That's fine. But I take that chance. You look at big, 4-hour, daily, weekly, whatever it is, charting, and you just go, hey, it bounced there when it broke out. I'm going to try it again. And you just keep doing it until it fails you. Same with ranges. The top side here, take your puts until you break out and you go, okay, I'm wrong on puts today. This is the day it finally breaks out. Let's get a calls for a leg up. That's all we are as day traders, you guys. Do not get emotionally tied to trades. Get in, get out, get your money or take your stop.
How would you feel about a dip to your thick line? I think it's about $70 there.
Down here,
Yeah.
69.67 is another big one. Yeah, for sure. That's kind of why I'm treating it as a middle of the range. That was kind of my first major target, for sure. I like that spot a lot. Yeah, definitely a viable dip for sure. Only thing to be mindful of, it mean we cracked the daily 200, at least on Thinkorswim's charting. Daily 200 is that yellow dashed line. So a little bit of headwinds because you can see, oops, Fry's price action broke 69.67. And what did we do? We pushed up. Wait, that wasn't it. Sorry. I was like, I know this chart. We just played it. There we go. Bounced and used 69.67 as support. And what was overhead resistance for most of the morning? The daily 200 moving average. But all right, I want to get on you guys. What's up?
Man, looks great, man. I hope you have like some
You're cutting out. Hope you have something. Sorry, man, you're cutting out really bad. What's up?
maybe my connection is out here, bro. But I said IWM looks great. I hope you end up like starting on your time. Be looking
Yeah,
out for
I'll look for it, man. Yeah, and if I do, you guys know my style. It's going to be a Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. If it were to happen tomorrow, I don't do zero DTs. I know what I'm not good at, and I'm not good at those. So, but yeah, appreciate it, man. I'll definitely keep eyes on that for sure. iPhone, there's a couple in here. Hopefully, this was your request. Says Oracle. Doesn't say you want to be bullish or bearish, but immediately, guys, I'm seeing some big support zones down here. Get a nice thick line here, and we're going to zoom out and see. Let's go the daily. Oh, yeah. Nice spot here. Let me zoom in one sec. Hang with me. Again, never delete your lines. Most often doesn't mean it's going to retrace all the way, but price action comes back. They bounced it here on basically Thanksgiving week, and we're back here essentially a month later. So this nice little cluster in here, username iPhone. So I will treat this as a day trade or swings. This is a very good swing entry actually, because again, larger time frame confirmation here. Big buybacks again on a 1 hour chart. They tried to sell it under, they closed it over. 1 hour chart, they just nicked under it. Back to back, and the next what they do, they bought it up fiercely, and then we closed at no accident. And now after hours movement, not a whole lot of volume, but that's a spot to watch here. So for me, if you guys like trading this name, for me, kind of that 188 flat. Stop, I don't know this name a whole lot, but just recent price action, you can keep a fairly tight stop on a Monday morning trade. If you're a day trader, try and get that bounce there. It's a very, very good bounce spot that I would try. Anything under that, puts with caution, just because we see the big buyback. So if you take the short entry on puts, that's fine. But, don't be taking your 1 hour lunch break, not checking the chart. Don't be going to the bathroom, not checking the chart, because you might get the sell down, but you get that big, big buyback, those big bounces there. So even better risk reward, 186.66, like clear as day, where a buyer's stepping in saying, hey, we don't want this going any lower. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 candles on the 15-minute, back to back to back. So again, in between here, a little bit of risk to take your puts to the downside because you get bounced hard anytime. We don't know when that would happen. It could very well sell through. But for me, it's a better put entry is a waiting on a break of below Friday's low, at least how I trade it for sure. I'm trying to check the chart here. Yeah, River hating on that KO trade. It's right. He admitted it. Two traders see two different things. That's the beauty of trading. All right, no questions on that. All right. Alex, you still in here? Yes, you are. IBIT puts ? Let's look at. Is that is this crypto related? feel like it's a Grizzly trade. Yeah, Bitcoin ETF. All right, cool. Gap down, yeah, because that makes sense. I think another member messaged me. We're gapping down on Bitcoin right now. So from a chart standpoint, let's see where we're at. When and where we could short this if you wanted to, just based on your commentary. We're going to grab that recent double bottom low from Thursday, Friday. Right now we're trading at 50.48. So kind of a tricky spot there in the daily. Let me zoom left this way, 50.7. We're trading at 50.48. Yeah, that wick right there, top side of that wick, top side of that wick. If I'm being honest, I don't like at the open. I'm going to zoom in intraday here, but I just want to show you this daily look here. I do not like puts right here at all. Maybe they slice through support and I'm wrong. Tag me, tell me I'm an idiot. That's all right, but I don't like it.
1K, I'm also tracking a similar kind of a bigger trend on Bitcoin itself. So I think we're right on that trend line on Bitcoin. So it's kind of looking like risky unless you get a break of that trend line.
For sure. Well, this looks like a new IPO. I can't scroll left. So let's just grab this here. See, you're probably right here, brother. Good eye. See you guys. You guys keep me in line. You guys are the smart traders. Let's see. Do we go 1-2 touches and leave the gap here, or do we slide it over and grab? I'm gonna cheat. I'm gonna go here because we got 4 touches on this trend line. All right, intraday. This is the weekly chart, so it's going to vary a little bit here. So for me, to short this, I would need a break under basically 50-50 where it's at now. Not a 50-50 trade, but 50.5. I would need a break under, and I need to see like a 30-minute, 1 hour failing to break over this, because again, we see the buyback here just from 2 Fridays ago. So it could bounce anywhere, anytime if we break below that. So it's a little bit of risk here. But again, same thing I was talking, we're talking ranges. That's kind of the theme of tonight. So we have a little bit of a low here. And I know it does touch every time, but just hang with me. We kind of dip. We see the bounces here day after day. 1, 2, 3, after hours, 4, 5, 6, basically 6 different sessions where they're bouncing here. So first and foremost, I would lean on bounce zones into here. Again, this is tracking Bitcoin, so we need to watch what Bitcoin is doing. But if it's looking like it's building a base and a bottom here, I would go for the bounces first. We can definitely short that, but again, I need weakness in Bitcoin overall. I need some, confirmation on it, just because we have all these lows down into here. But again, there's a lot of volume probably stacked here. So what we know, when it breaks the bottom of range or top of range, the move is usually explosive. So if it does break below here, and we clear this 2 weeks ago Friday, it could sell pretty hard. Obviously, there's more stuff. We could scroll here, and we have nice price action all the way down to 50 flat. We know about psychological numbers, 50, 70, 75, 100. Be careful, mindful of that stuff. And really kind of into this, it's going to be a red zone, but it's a quick zone, but coming down into here would be my target. So if we were to short at 50.5, anywhere down into here, I'd be looking to, definitely trim most puts. I definitely would not watch a move down and start your put position down here whatsoever. Definitely would not want to do that. But again, at least why it's holding by a thread. I personally be looking for a bounce. You may get a moonshot. You may just push up a little bit, it peters out, and we sell back down. But I don't like saying, "Hey, I see this support here, clear day support. Get your puts here." I don't like seeing that. So, but yeah.
1K, I just sent you a screenshot of my chart on the Bitcoin kind of 4-hour uptrend line that I've been marking. So it wicked slightly below and then bounced as of now. So that's kind of like seems to be the point of control there.
Yeah, let's check it real quick on the 4-hour. See what you sent.
Like this should be pretty similar, yeah. Well, I'm seeing just right now like this current 4 hour candle
Mm-hmm.
bounced it.
Yeah.
Yes, that's yeah,
Yep.
exactly.
Yep. So yeah, if we good eye, man. Yeah, if we slice that, definitely that could get ugly. I'm not saying we're gonna come
Yeah.
down here to 47 because, like I said, we got this nice cluster in here. So in a perfect world, if you're like, okay, let's short the trend line, we break under, we're gonna come into this zone here, and we're gonna chop, and then they're gonna knife through, and then we're gonna get this. Like it never works that easy, but that's what I would be looking for. I just don't like seeing back and forth, up, back and forth, down, and then telling people, hey, take your puts here, and then you get an explosive bounce. I don't like seeing that or seeing that. So definitely good. Definitely tradable chart either way. My bias for sure for now, until that trend line and that support breaks, is just try and get a little bit of a bounce. But nice request though, Alex. Do you have any questions on Alex? I don't think there's anything in the chat. Nothing yet. So yeah. All right. Rachel, you still here? You are. Weeble. 11.5 call for January 2nd. Rachel, are you in profit or did you get in Friday? Let me know. Feel free to unmute or put it in the chat just so I can kind of help you out. Not in it, so you're just eyeing it? Okay, cool. I think this was the newest and the latest all-time low. Oh man, look at that red zone. We talked to someone, was it 2 Sundays ago or last Sunday? I know we definitely went over that. So let's get you a game plan here, Rachel. I like your expiration. Checking that delta on that. Any particular reason you picked 11.5? Did you see flow? Not criticizing, just asking. 11.5 has a delta of 14. So we kind of use this decimal as a percent. So it's saying it's about a 14% chance of going in the money. You don't have to trade to go in the money, but that's just what the options Greeks are telling us. Oh, you're in it. Oh, you're in it at 10. Oh, so you got in up here. Okay, I think I'm picking up what you're putting down. All right, so you're red on this. So let's see. We need to find, since you're already still in it. I don't want you to see any more red. You don't have to see how many contracts you bought. Let me know what percent you're already down right now. Just sort of kind of help you with the mindset and game plan. I don't like to trade percents, but I want to see what percent this is because there's a very viable dip down into here, but I tell everybody I don't want people buying or averaging in buying more if they're already in a full position or if they're like full ported and they're like, well, okay, deposit more money. One case says, buy more here. I don't want people doing that, but we can see we're bouncing here and it makes sense. We reclaim that level there. It makes sense down 40%. Okay. Is it a full position size for you? So like, let's just say, you have $1,000 port. For me, position sizing is like 5%, and I would buy like basically 2.5% of that. So, a half size buy is what I like to tell people. But if you're in full, I would not be buying more to get over leverage because if it sells more, you're gonna be hurting even more. But I do like this support here right at 9 flat for a few reasons. Obviously, we can see where we're bouncing, where the holding. So this was support, resistance, resistance, the battle here. They broke out, retested, and they reclaimed it. So that's good. Bad news is they broke the trend line. They broke the daily 9 moving average. I'm on the 4-hour chart here. Let me zoom in for you. What I would watch for here in this price action, there is hope because like I said, I like this price action when I see stuff like that. And what do we have? A moving average right here. So they continue to bounce the 9 flat zone. It's an okay hold, but if they break that, I would not continue holding a red trade and letting it go more red. Like if you're not going to trade puts against it, or if you're in a full position, you're just holding, you can't be doing that because when they break 9, it gets a little bit ugly. So if they bounce that, you can see some nice retracements. If they make this full move here, there's a little bit of theta decay. You're not going to have the exact same amount of money as you were here. But if you are truly in a partial position size, this is a very good spot to take your average. I'm only saying that because we're right at support and you're still holding. You admit you're still holding, which is fine that you said that. But again, don't be over leveraging. But if 9 holds, you have a little bit of time. But remember, Christmas Day we're closed, New Year's Day we're closed, and so there's not a whole lot of time on that contract left, but enough that you can get some green back out or break even, hopefully. But again, we break this 8.8, it gets ugly. And again, you're just holding calls. Could have got inputs, break this, could have got inputs, break this, could have got inputs, but now you're just holding calls are down 80%. We don't want that. So zoom out, one last look here. There is some nice support in here at 9, so hopefully it bounces for you. DMs are always open. Send me a DM. Say, hey, we talked on Sunday scan. Can you help me with this more? And I'll be happy to help you best I can. Hopefully we can get out of that trade. Username OM, Amazon for next week. You have a 240 call. Are you red or green on that Amazon? Ooh, broke a big support and is now resistance. 240, pretty far out of the money for a weekly. Not gonna lie, don't love that. But again, similar to the last thing we looked at here, some nice support here, you're red. Again, we watch this price action here. Bounces are happening, bounces buyback here. Defending this level, defending it, but now that it broke this 227.6, that is going to be the tricky spot here. You entered at 233. This 233 or over here. All right. Obviously, in hindsight, I wish we could have looked at this when you're just getting in, because that's an ugly sell through here. But this big zone here, this was a green line for us, a big support zone. I remember a couple weeks back, we're telling people to buy this dip, buy this breakout, or maybe it's over here. I remember someone had some calls on here. But on the way up, I would mark this level on your chart if you don't already, 227.6. That's the level to watch. That's the level that, for me, when I say, what matters, that is all that matters. It coincides with this zone here. My roommate's watching Breaking Bad. Hopefully you can't hear that. Sorry. This red zone here, not gonna lie, don't like that you're down in calls and we're under this zone here. If you were, playing bounces around here, I'd say, hey, this zone's bouncing, hold your calls, but we knife through that. If we break below, anywhere below here, you got to get out. Just accept the loss on the trade and move on. The longer you hold, the more emotional you're going to get, and it expires in 5 days. You don't have time on it. You're already red, and you're pretty far out of the money. You're at a 240 call now, so don't love that. We may have a big pump day on Monday, let's just say hypothetically, and you're like, well, I'm not making a whole lot of money. Well, you're pretty far out of the money. You're like 13 bucks out of the money on a weekly contract. So again, don't love it. Need to clear this 227.6. But again, let's talk in Discord if you need some more help with this. But any breaks under basically 226 tomorrow, because like I said, you need the move tomorrow. I'm not holding a week that's already down, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and then it turns into a 0 DT. Like, that's not my trading style. You guys hold deep losses, you'll never be profitable. You take 10, 15, 20% on green, and then you hold for 8% loss. We can't do that. So hopefully it works out for you. Let's see. RV has left. All right. Let's go back to Tesla. 12 minutes left. We're caught up on the request. Oh man, I wish I could have seen this, obviously, in hindsight. Yep, of course, man. DM me for sure. Yeah, it doesn't. Yeah, just click on my name and then do I think it's called like message or send message, and just send it. It'll pop up as a notification. I'll get it right away, man. I probably won't do it tonight because it turns into endless DMs. Nothing against you guys, but need a little bit of a mental break, but I'll get back to you tomorrow for sure. So in hindsight, let's zoom out here. Everyone trying to long at 445 and we're under it. That was that huge level on Tesla, huge level. And we broke over it. So what do? We turn it green because it's now support. Resistance, flipped support. Oh, you Tesla lovers, why did that? Oh, wrong one, sorry. Obviously, in hindsight, we can see where our top is, this 463.27. 463.27. Where are breakouts failing? We got one candle that closed over. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, where do we not want to get long at? Where do we not want to chase calls? It's clear as day, you guys. We're not chasing all-time highs. We're not doing IPO stuff. We're like, hey, where's this going to go? We got to use fibs. It's obvious where either buyers are run out of gas or sellers are just parked saying, hey, you had your fun. We're not going to push over 463.27. First plan of attack on this one, I think it was Josh that mentioned it. I don't remember what your bias was on this, but I'm looking for double top on puts. 1, 2 puts, repeatable price action. Break over, fine. We'll break over those 7 days of our tops, similar to IWM and other stuff we looked at or talked about. That's fine, leg it up. But for me, how I trade, I will never watch a pre-market move like this, push up here on a 5-minute candle, everyone go, oh, the breakout's come and get calls. And then you get smoked again, just like this. We don't want that to happen. If we open anywhere under it, like maybe Friday's close, I know we got after hours, but the actual regular trading session close, yeah, buy that dip into there. Lots of volume at the open and the close. Can buy the dips down into here. Again, similar, I keep using IDBM as an example. We're basically playing that range, the battle there, the breakout, same thing. Any dips in there is a buyable dip. Any buyable dips, or excuse me, any dips in a 445, remember that was that resistance, and then look at support. Man, I should have my eye on this last week. Big buyback or 445.
Question for you, 1K. The stacked averages that are the dotted lines, is that your 20 and your 9?
Say it again.
The dotted line averages?
The color to the tan?
No, there's a pink and green.
Yep. Go ahead.
Those are your 9 and your 20?
Yep.
And then the pink and yellow moving ones, are those the moving 9 and 20?
Yeah, the solid is the exponential moving average. The yellow is the hourly 20. Thank you to River. The dashed purple is right here, multi-time frame moving average 9.
Simple 9.
And the green down here is the 20, and not pictured is a dashed yellow is the 200. Yeah.
Okay. But yeah, no bias on Tesla. I just
want to check the chart.
I like the volatility off of, all of its levels. It gives you good moves in either direction.
And even the weekly, guys. Here's the weekly. So this is December last year. Look where we topped out, you guys. Not saying, oh, because it's December again, we're going to top out on Tesla. I'm just saying, when we see weekly candles not closing over, again, get that breakout. That's fine. We can leg this up, but don't read what's on Twitter and, Instagram and whatever. And it's like, oh, Tesla's going for more. Well, prove it. Let it show us that it's going for more. Don't get long when we see stuff like this. Get long. New traders, it's kind of hard to wrap our mind around. We see an up candle. I know mine are blue, but we see a green candle. We go, okay, we're buying calls, but it's like, no, we don't buy calls up here. Buy stuff when it's on sale. Like we push up, we get a flash crash, but a nice retrace. Like this is your Black Friday 60-inch TV on sale right now. Like, hey, it was $460. Now it's only $445. I'm saving $15 just because I waited 30 minutes. Boom. Buy your calls at support. Okay, but don't get long up here, guys. Wait for that breakout. Ideally, what we see, because just we want it's all real volume, but we want volume in the trading session. So any opens over that in a back test, that's fine. Or we open up here and we back test and they bounce it and they kick it up real hard. That's saying, hey, We broke that level. They're treating that top as now support. Get long on it, stay long. And again, if that long fails, we have a lot of price action, recent price action. I would probably do, I don't want to recommend a stop on Tesla because it can get against you pretty quick, but how far back I got to go? Somewhere in, like you see a cluster of candles, right? And there would be my stop, but I'm not going to enter here at 463 and hold, $11 move against me. I don't want that. So just be mindful, you guys. Play the chart. Tesla does move quick, it moves fast, but just be smart with it, because you never want to just take 5 days of base hits and then you think you got it figured out on a different name, then you jump in Tesla and 30 minutes it wipes out all your gains. We don't want to do that. So be smart, you guys. Be mindful of that.
Also, yeah, it's not for smaller ports, and if you're going to trade it responsibly, because the contracts are more expensive even on a weekly, especially on a Monday.
Yeah, weekly's like,
you can look at them now and see.
Is that right? Oh, it's January 2nd. Like, shit, that's really expensive. 19th, yeah, weekly. Yeah, weekly contract is $1,000. Yeah, no thanks.
Yeah.
But what people do is they go, oh, I'm gonna get a 580 call because it's cheap, and Tesla goes up, you don't make any money. You don't want to do that. So, all right, guys.
Yeah, you won't make much if it goes in your direction, and you'll get obliterated if it goes against you. So it's not worth it.
For sure. That's our watch list tonight, guys. If you guys want to head out, you can. But I'm just going to do a quick SPY recap, kind of what we talked about earlier. If someone joined late, but super good requests, you guys. Good questions in here. Oh wait, what do we got here? Crash, I did not see that. Sorry, brother. Are you still in here? Yeah, let's take a look at this. Sorry about that. PSTG, looking for calls next couple of days. Not looking right away tomorrow. Okay. Sorry about that, Crash. Did not see that in the chat. And then we'll do a recap. But if you guys got to head out, no big deal. PSTG. Pure storage, is this like a self-storage? What do these guys do? Let's check that daily first. Let's check the weekly. What do we do on the weekly? Wait, Pure Storage and Pareto says it's weed. Is it? Yeah, if Trump passes that marijuana designation, wait till the next day or 2 days and short that. Not saying this, but like weed stocks in general, or maybe this is weed, but it's usually a sell the news event. They'll hype it up and they'll crash those weed stocks on people big time. What do you mean hate it, brother? I'm seeing a big support zone. Like, this is my bread and butter trading right here. I mean, a sell down, a knife through support. They buy it and they hold it the next 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Didn't get there 6 days. Like, so wait, data set company, data storage. Pareto says cannabis. Maybe he's on the wrong Discord right now, or maybe he's putting in order. Let's not make fun of him. Yeah, dude, 70 50, man. I mean, shit. We could argue there's, when you get some more lines in here, but 70 50 with a stop under, depending on how much time, if you're a swing trader, I would do like a stop under. Again, it takes a little bit of mental toughness, but not like a 5-minute candle unless they totally just knife it through here. But like, you could enter, it's almost $1 against you. I like the zone here. I like the zone. It just depends how much time you're buying. If it's like a weekly, I don't want you to buy calls here and hold for $1 move against you. Maybe tight stop under Friday's low. But if you're buying far out contracts, this could be a very good, half size entry. Jump to 2 weeks later, whatever it is. You got, February calls. Take your other average down into here. Then definitely a hard stop under that, because if we kind of break this recent range here, we would have to just look left and see price action after that. But if you can catch a bounce and then boom, we catch this move, it's not going to happen in one day. Awesome. If it does, 73.82, what do we have? Daily 9 moving average can be stacked somewhere around there. So I would look for top range final target, short-term final target to get back to the top side of this range into there. But yeah, if you can get good liquidity on this, if you can grab like a 71, if you can afford a 72, not sure how expensive they are, but if you can catch that dip into here, like that's going to pay fast because you're only 50 cents away from that 71 call going in the money. And then we start closing under this stuff here, this stuff really kind of this little pocket here is what I'd be looking at for sure there. But nice request, man. No, it's not a hated chart at all. Like even that 4-hour chart, we see, yeah, that price action makes sense right there, right after post earnings, the push up, break and retest for sure. So very, very tradable chart. I like that. But again, I'm not looking for 80, 81, 82. Definitely this cluster in here is your first target or first big target for things short term. All right, y'all, SPY recap, but you guys can leave if you want, like I said, but here's how I would play this week, especially tomorrow. My focus is that green dashed line. I am short term, just day to day. I'm bullish on a break and hold of that zone there. I'm looking for when our green zone holds, breakout. When our green zone holds, we bounce. If the green zone fails, we get a little bit selly. Excuse me, green line. When the green line fails, down to the next target. So we're now over that. And the hourly 20 is going to be kind of sneaking in somewhere here. Might even line up with 684-ish. So any and all bounces as a day trader, again, I'm not saying if you're grabbing 0 DTs, you grab them here and you hold for up here. That's foolish, reckless, greedy trading. You trim all the way up. On a 5 and a 15-minute chart, you look left, Friday's price action for your scalps. Excuse me, lose my voice. But if you can afford it and you're a true day trader and you buy like Wednesday, Thursday contracts, yeah, grab it off 683 and we go to a smaller time frame. Just kick it down to 5-minute just for the hell of it. So again, you grab it off 683. Where am I selling at? Definitely we push into this cluster here. You would have a line or a zone or an alert drawn here. We push up to it, target 1. Break and retest. Where's your stop? Your stop is at target 1. You never catch the bottom on a trade. You push up to here and you don't move your stop because you're greedy. No, you push your target to where you sold last. So you buy calls here at $150, $1.50. We push up to here. They're worth $200 now, and now we're at 225. Now your stop is at 200. We push up to, let's just say they're 300 now. We break over this. We push over. Where's your stop? Your stop is right here at 300. You just keep moving your stop up. Sometimes it's that easy, as we've seen with KO. Sometimes it's not. And you got to work for it. But definitely, anything over 683, I'll be looking for ideally bullish positions on my watch list. Anything under 683, not super bearish on the day because we have nice bounce zone here, that green shaded area we've seen, and then we have 697 6 zone that bounced very, very hard down there, which lines up with larger time frame confirmation as well. And again, didn't touch on it tonight. QQQ danger zone. Danger zone. It can be both ways. If it's overhead, I'm not taking calls there. If we're bouncing into it, I'm not taking puts because it's probably going to bounce. I took calls somewhere down here. One of these candles I sold for like 16%, went like 50%, but whatever. Any trickle down into here, QQQ chart, get long, stay long. They sell under it. I still don't want puts until we clear Friday's price action. That's kind of the spot to watch there. So any questions, guys? Speak now or forever hold your peace. If not, it's time for dinner and some football. Don't see anything in the chat. All right, guys, have a great night. DMs are always open. I'm here to help you guys. That's what we're here for. Appreciate all the requests tonight. I'll catch y'all tomorrow.
Thank you, 1K. Have a good night.
Absolutely, man. You too.